Huh? It's a house!
Hello and welcome. This is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates on YouTube. This channel evaluates all aspects of true crime. As you are aware, videos and live streams in this genre often discuss elements of crime that may be disturbing to some viewers. If necessary, take the precautions needed to avoid these feelings. Factual information related to cases is the key to fostering rational true crime discussions. Fortunately, you will find that here. Please hit the like button only once, share the video, and subscribe if you like my content. Thank you very much for watching. What's going on, freaks? All right, so what we're doing now is we got to figure out where the hell the live stream is playing of the press conference. Anybody have any? Is it on Facebook at all, or? That's one of the things. Like, this is a really small town, so it doesn't really. It's not like the other places where they. But I made it up. I got up. Can't believe it. I was right in the middle of still sleeping. I usually get up at like 9:30 or so because my show goes late and I'm not sleepy for a while, so I forced myself to go to bed earlier. So anybody have any thoughts? It would probably be in the Texas County. And it's such a small townie. Has been present a lot. What? Well, if you know where it's going to be at, send me an email. I wish it was like the other ones where there's like multiple places and. Yep. It would be a better start if we, let's everybody go out and try to figure out where the live stream might be playing. I didn't even see where the notification was. I know it's at 10 o'clock Central Time, right? So that's in 25 minutes. But I never even saw the notification that said that. Does anybody have that information? I was doing a show when people said that that was out there. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, use your boogers to hit the like button. We're called freaks, Sherry.
We are extremely grateful for all of the law enforcement agencies who have assisted us on this case. Being able to it's a long process. There's a lot of steps that go into a investigation like this, but in order to arrest those that we believe are responsible for the disappearance of Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelley, it's something that
maybe it'll be on here.
April 1st, it gives the FTC a shorter, faster path for.
I don't know. Could be on like Live 5 WCSC maybe. Something like that. No, News Channel 10. Is that one gonna have it? I didn't get an email from you. Did you send it to the right place? Somebody sent me an email saying, "Hey, breaking news! There's been an arrest of 4 people." Yeah, we know. Yeah, you need to resend that email, Sherry. I didn't get it. I don't know if you're spam or. Yeah, nope, you're not in there either. It's grayhuze2 @gmail.com, like that. Yeah, a lot of people go into spam emails. I don't know why, but. Was the email signed from Scooby-Doo? What does that even mean, Kelly? God, you need to have something a little funnier. It's just that doesn't even make sense. There's no humor value to that. It's just, work on that a little bit. What did she say? Gray email link News Channel 10. Okay, now it made it. It's there now.
The daytime hours could see a few isolated storms, but really most of us warm.
Okay, we got 2 different ones now, 5 and 10. Was the email signed by Scooby-Doo? Jesus, man. Oh yeah, I sure did, Kevin. That doesn't make any sense though. Was the email signed by Scooby-Doo? Don't know what that means. All right, we've been following this case since the beginning of it. Not the first day. I don't think anybody even heard about it locally. It was kind of a local to them, but not the national news. All right, so I've got 2 links possibly will be working here. Yes, this account. Jesus. No, there's not a press conference today. I'm just made a clickbait thumbnail that says there's a press conference today just to trick people to show up and get up at 7:30 in the morning for a non-press conference. Yeah, good morning. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really. You know what's weird is I'm not really into the Daybell. The trial, the first trial already had pretty much every single thing that's going to be in this one. This one's televised, though, so at least that's interesting, I guess. Rust. See, that's not even that interesting either. The Rust shooting sentencing, The guy that you would want to have something didn't really get anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's weird, the Daybell, this one group of people that are covering the Daybell case, they just think they're so on it, but they just don't have it. They don't know it, man. They don't know the reality of what's going on. It's crazy. And if you try to tell them, like in the Daybell case, Lori Daybell absolutely was at least equivalent to Chad in all of the stuff that they were doing. Chad wasn't some, but they want to make it look like Chad was the ringleader and came up with everything. Wow, they actually have a golf course out there? That's crazy. And like, so that the murder is just all Chad for this one. No, Lori was, that's why she didn't give drugs, the medication to JJ, so that he would act out and people would agree that he was a zombie. Look how different he is. Well, why would she do that? That means she had knowledge that it was totally bogus. All right. All right, so in this case, back on the 30th of March, Jillian Kelley and Veronica Butler, Jillian Kelley is just an unfortunate, she wasn't really, there was no skin in the game for her. She was just literally a court supervisor, one of 4 that would go with Veronica to visit her children from time to time on weekends, like that. But there was 4 of them, so this just happened to be Jillian's turn, apparently. And she accompanied Veronica to go visit her children because she didn't have, the custody. She just had visitation rights. The person who had custody was the what the hell was his name? Like Rackner. I mean, let me open up. I got the org chart. His name is, it never really sticks in my head because it's so stupid. Oh, there it is. I was looking for my org chart. I need to have this out for this. Yeah, Wrangler Rickman, the fraternity brother. Yeah, he's. Yeah, so you have Wrangler Rickman and his mom, Tiffany Adams. Tiffany Adams currently not had custody, but was taking care of the kids, because Wrangler Rickman here is in a rehab facility for 6 months, and about 30 days of it, he can't even get out of the facility. Then Veronica right here, they were married, but they're going through a bitter divorce, and also she was regaining, or going for, and it had a hearing coming up on getting more visitation. Well, Tiffany here would have none of that. So while Wrangler Rickman was in the rehab facility, arranged to have Veronica killed on that prearranged meeting, and the meeting was down here in Four Corners of Eva. It was a place called Eva, and there's a little place called Four Corners here, and just above here is where her car was found. And Veronica and hold on a second, So right here, Jillian and Veronica were both missing out of the vehicle. And it turns out that these 4 barbarians up here, Tiffany Adams, Tad Cullum, Corey Toombley, and Cole Toombley, killed Veronica Butler. And apparently, what we heard so far, we don't know if it's 100% true because I haven't heard it from law enforcement, is that Cora here has a daughter that was babysitting the 2 kids when they were supposed to be being picked up. I mean, what a dumb move, because as soon as the kids were being interviewed, they'd say, well, what happened? Well, we were being babysat. We never went to go visit, be picked up by my mom, our mom. And then it's like, oh, okay, well then it's a setup by the grandmother. Hey, thanks, Eugenie. Oh, look at that. Annie T gifted 5 memberships to Grammy, Kelly Davis, Glamis Girl, Jameen Ergus, and Gloria 2730. And yes, that email was signed by Scooby-Doo. Now that I look at it. Yeah, it is interesting if you go to the Street View here. Oh, by the way, there's a YouTuber out there, you know, rhymes with Bay, Bor, Ustis in the in the Sebastian Rogers case. Just put an absolutely fake, phony information about the lights that were seen that night. Completely false overlay type thing. It's absolute garbage. Just want to let you know not to trust anything that you just saw in that. Okay, but it sells, so why not, right? So you go to Veronica's house here, and you look. That's the Kia right there that was found abandoned. Not, you know, obviously it wasn't abandoned by them, but it had blood perhaps inside the vehicle. And the reason I'm telling you about the Sebastian Rogers case is because somebody emailed me and go, "Great, what do you think of this? Wow, wow, wow." And I go, "Oh God, oh God." You know what they did with it? Somebody sent her a picture of the lights and overlaid it from a top view. A top view. And then she goes, look, this is what it looks like. If you could lighten up this image, it would look like this. You mean so there was a surveillance camera on a blimp? Jesus. Oh, God. It's just unbelievable, you guys. It's unreal. All right, let's see what's going on over here. That looks like in 11 minutes. Anybody have a Facebook link that maybe... Oh, this is another one? Alright, so there's like 3. I guess we could just put them all up on the screen. Something like that. And this one. Now there's a 12.
Partnership here.
Oh, definitely. We've been partnering with the library on Dyatlov.
All right, so you got 10, 5, and 12, I guess. Whatever one pops up. Yeah, I'm glad that they're found too. At least they get answers. Yeah, so they went missing, and then just yesterday, their bodies were found. I wouldn't be surprised if they were found the day before, but they just didn't tell us that they were found until yesterday. Because they were already digging in an area where they knew that they were going to be the day before that. Right, well, that's what we were saying. Somebody said the same thing on the show yesterday, Kelly Davis. You don't know how they thought they'd get away with it. Yeah. Trying to get this.
People to message amid developments in this investigation of those missing women. And there's a lot that's happened in the past 24 hours. So right now, we're just 5 hours away, less than that, from an update from the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation about this case. It's going to have a joint press conference with the FBI, Texas County Sheriff's Department.
That's the Chad Daybell trial. Skippy, that's what we used to call him.
Loss of two amazing ladies, two very caring, giving, and encouraging ladies.
Pastor Tim Singer continuing to lift up his congregation. This is over at the Hugoton Assembly of God.
How old were her kids, Eugenie?
Yesterday morning, asking for people to.
I mean, her murder is the worst of all of them. There's no, there's no anger towards her at all. She's just a court supervisor. They just killed her for necessity in their minds.
To think of the families of these two women right here, Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelley. He shared that message amid developments in this investigation of those missing women. And there's a lot that's happened in the past 24 hours. So right now, we're just 5 hours away, less than that, from an update from the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation about this case. It's going to have a joint press conference with the FBI, Texas County Sheriff's Department, and the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. That's at 10 o'clock this morning. But I want to walk you through this timeline of events. The women, they went missing, 2 weekends ago on the morning of March 30th, and they were on their way to pick up Veronica's kids in Oklahoma. Their vehicle was found abandoned in a rural part of the state about 50 miles southwest of Hugoton, Kansas. And that night, the women were listed as missing and endangered. Then on April 3rd, police told us foul play was suspected, and that was based on what was found inside of the vehicle. Just Saturday, though, 4 arrests were made in connection to this case, including Tiffany Adams, Tag Cullum, Cole Twombly, and Kara Twombly. They were booked on 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of kidnapping, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit murder in the first degree. Then yesterday, the OSBI confirmed that 2 bodies were found in a rural part of the county where the women were heading to. But again, we don't know that those are the women. But they said the bodies are being taken to a medical examiner's office for identification and to learn how those people died. So the 2 bodies found there. We do expect to learn details about the arrest and potentially those bodies found. Again, that will be at a press conference at 10 o'clock this morning. So be sure to follow Cake's social media pages for live coverage, and we'll have the latest, of course, on Cake News at 11. In the meantime, there are 2 fun.
Yeah. Cake News. I don't see the where it's live on there. Oh, there it is.
Where there are nasty cracks in driveways, there's a solution.
Okay, one of these. All right. Yeah, I would imagine Oklahoma, a conservative state, would have the death penalty. Probably why there's less crimes in places like that. I doubt they'll reveal much. Well, hopefully they give us something. Yeah, a lot of times these are nothing burgers. Yeah, well, if she had kids, they're probably not that old either, Eugenie. Because, I mean, she was only, what, 39 or something? I mean, probably less than 20 years old, I would think, for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's... I guess we keep talking about Veronica's kids because that's kind of what the case was about. Yeah, that's what I said, 39, yeah. I know, you've said that like 9 times, Sandy. Why don't you go watch it over there? I'm sure there'll be great coverage. So yeah, we got it. I got Cake over here, 12 News, 10, and 5. So there's 4 different places right here. We'll see which one has it. Did the 2 Twombly? I think it's got to be just Toombly. Yeah, because it's like 2 and then blee. Yeah, we just keep thinking of Veronica's kids because that's the situation where, I mean, in that case, there's no real parent left, really. But yes, Jillian, the victim of the cold-blooded killing in the case, is, I think I think her murder should result in the death penalty. The other one, you could argue, sort of like this heated thing going on, and people, you know, it wouldn't, maybe it doesn't have that, they're both death penalty, but that one specifically, it's just so callous, you know, it's just like some random person that just happened to be there, you kill anyways. Oh man, just think of how she was feeling. I bet she was begging, like, what's going on? What's happening? You know? Oh, man. It's horrendous. Hopefully it was just really out of nowhere, really fast, like they were just sitting in the car. Thank you, Phony Pin. Well, it's supposed to be coming up here pretty soon, so I mean, like right now, right? Well, those children. Just waiting to see. I guess 2 of these are the same. 12 News and 5 News are the same? That's crazy. Wow, they have the same exact people and everything talking on them. Killed in the car or later? Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? So you're saying Cora has a daughter and a son? I think the daughter was babysitting, I heard. Man, I'm forced to watch The View silently. Man, I can't stand every single person on that show. They're all the dumbest people on planet Earth, yet they have a show. I think the Dwimbley couple had been together for 5 to 10 years. Yeah, I didn't like looking into any of that stuff. It doesn't mean anything. I guess we'll find out though why they were. Yeah, I mean they're all they are the worst people in the world on The View. Like, I don't see it going on here, anyways, on any of these. Let's see, what's this one? Don't know.
He maintains that this is all some Democrat cabal to take.
Just watching. I don't know what that means. I'm just looking at the screens, checking to make sure. Does anybody see it playing anywhere live? How about you, Sandy Shirley? Do you see it somewhere? Sent you the press conference to your messenger. Alright, but I have it on 4 different screens, apparently supposed to be. I don't have anything from you. Alright, here we go. This is a good one here. Oh, that was you? Okay. Well, how about that? Thank you. I always like when you see people milling around. That's when I feel good. White balance test. Well, I try to be here, Rebecca.
All good.
Hey, thanks, Carla. And yeah, sometimes I'm a little grumpy when I get up in the morning, but I'm starting to wake up. And I'm grumpy in the evening sometimes. I'm just a human being like everybody else, doing shows.
How you doing, man? Should I stay on the line? I learned about this really late last night. They're looking good. I'll call. I want to be.
This is 6 KFDM.
Should I hang up? If you want to hang up, so you can listen, and then that way I'll be on IMC and say, like, hey, like, oh, we're going to come to you, like, okay. Okay, you know what, yeah.
I think they're all going to be really angry at the grandma, except at all. I bet you the daughter of Cora was told to say something else, and she just wouldn't do it. She wasn't going to cover for murderers, and then that led back to the grandma, and then the grandma caved in and gave up everybody else. That's what I bet happened. I like ho-hos. Those are pretty good. I try not to eat very many of them. But,
Testing. It's good?
Yeah. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Battery doesn't die every time I do this. I'm here today. No, I got batteries. I just don't want to go change them out if it's like 2 hours from now. Watch them bring out like podium or something. Yeah. Okay.
And I think the Wrangler being put into a rehab was the stressor to the grandmother to go into action.
And I was like, oh, I have the same beer. I think yours are a little nicer than mine. When you get them? Past year or so. I mean, they look yours might have a little more wear and tear on them.
He might have, I don't know. I think the grandma, he might have been like, hey, can you help me out with something? And he came up with his genius plan. But it was so stupid. The grandmother, like I said, should have taken the kids to the pickup place, waited around, but went early. You know, the kids wouldn't know exactly what time it was. And then took them home. And then it would have just seemed like mom didn't show up. And then it would have led in a different direction. And there would have been no involvement of some other people. Really, really dumb. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. I mean,
I'm not entirely sure if I do, but makes me look like it.
think how much better that would have worked. You wouldn't have had a daughter of Cora. You just had these other 3 people that would have done something, and nobody would have been able to prove anything. There was no cameras. There was nothing out there. It just, man, really dumb. And then when you ask the grandma, you go, well, I took him there, and they never showed up. And then you would have nothing else to ask anybody. Unbelievable.
Suppose you're wondering why I told you. Right.
I'm just saying, we've covered so many cases, KK Nichols, that, I mean, you see how dumb some of these people are.
Like, oh, you thought this was that bad.
I mean, the first thing I would do is ask the kids, so did you go pick up your, visit your mom? And they go, no, we were at, you know, and that would lead you somewhere. So if you ask the kids, if the grandma had taken there like 30 minutes early, they would say, yeah, we went there, my mom never showed up. Then it'd be like, wow.
Better.
Yeah. Wow. I think I changed the battery there.
Amarillo got shot at, so. Amarillo got shot at twice.
Right?
Yeah.
We were in Kansas City, got shot.
So it's KFDM News. Yeah, and I would have taken them right to. I mean, I'm just saying, if you were wanting to get away with this, where they wouldn't have solved it yet, the grandmother just would have had to take them to the spot.
Yes, I can.
And then sit around for 10 minutes and go, I guess she's not coming. And then go back home. And then the other people follow through with the plan, but they probably were like, well, no, you've got to have some skin in the game too. We don't want you to. So then they came up with a ridiculous plan.
Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing.
Stupid.
That's fine, Blake. We'll keep going. I don't know. Okay.
Blind Blake. Oh, that's funny. That's in Reacher. I knew I'd heard that. Reacher liked Blind Blake. I guess he's a blues musician. Well, she may have guaranteed it, though, Eugenie, that her son gets custody. But I hope the state looks at that and goes, nah, we're not doing this. Uh-oh. What happened here? How come that went? That's weird. It's almost like that live stream ended. Uh-oh. I do have other options open over here, but I mean, they do realize this, right? Well, now I don't feel as comfortable as I did a minute ago. This is live with the. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I see movement. Phew.
Here we go, play.
Are they coming?
Did Oklahoma City make it out?
No?
Wow.
Do you?
Oh, it's going to be this guy again? Yeah. Well, my name is Jim, and that's about it. Good night.
Is everybody ready?
Can you count to 10 real quick?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And a 9 and a 10 and 11 and a 12 and a 13 and a 14 and a 15.
All right, so I'm just going to kind of do a step-by-step process of how we're going to do this. Each agency is going to have an opportunity to talk. You guys will have an opportunity to ask questions. So again, my name is Hunter McKee, Hunter. I'm the Public Information Manager with the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. We have the Director of the OSBI, Angela Spurlock, here, the Deputy Director of the OSBI, Stephen Carter. We also have representatives with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. We have the Texas County Sheriff, and we also have the District Attorney. So we are going to start with a few words from the Director of the OSBI, Angela Spurlock.
Good morning. I appreciate you all coming today. As Hunter said, my name is Angela Spurlock, the Director for the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. As you all know, we have been working very diligently for the last 2 weeks to bring closure to the families. This has been challenging for everybody involved. This case did not end the way we had hoped. It has certainly been a tragedy for everybody involved. The mission of the OSBI, though, is to protect Oklahoma one partnership at a time, and certainly this case is an example of how those partnerships work and how it takes everybody coming together to bring resolution. And so while I am very grateful for all of my agents that have worked since the very beginning, 24 hours a day, to get us to the point we are today, we could not have reached where we're at without the partnerships of the Texas County Sheriff's Office, the District 1 District Attorney's Office, without our FBI partners, and without the assistance of the Oklahoma Medical Examiner's Office and the Oklahoma Highway Patrol that could not be here. So our condolences go out to the family, and we will continue to update you as we continue to move this investigation forward. And I'm going to now turn it over to our FBI partners. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Sonia Garcia. I am Acting Special Agent in Charge for the Oklahoma City Field Office, FBI. On behalf of the entire FBI, I want to express our sincerest condolences to the family and loved ones of Veronica and Jillian. The FBI was requested to assist on this matter on April 4th, and since then we've had a dedicated team of analysts, agents, evidence response, and tactical personnel working around the clock and alongside with OSBI and Texas County Sheriff's Office.
Should have just called me.
To bring the individuals responsible for this crime into custody and to provide a sense of closure to the families and to this community.
That was a joke.
Know that we are grieving with you today. We will continue to work with our partners and to be an advocate for Jillian and Veronica and to ensure that justice will be served. Thank you.
My name is Matt Boley. I am the Sheriff of Texas County, and I would also like to offer our condolences to the family. My agency's role in this is that we received a call on March 30th of an abandoned vehicle missing, with persons missing from the vehicle. Deputies immediately responded to the area. When they arrived on scene, they found some things that just weren't adding up, so we established a crime scene and then notified the OSBI to have them come and assist us with this and to actually take lead on the case. All right. We established a search party made up of the Guyman Fire Department and several of the volunteer fire departments in the county, and we searched the area around the crime scene for about a mile in each direction. Once the OSBI arrived on the scene, they took the lead and got us to this point where we are today. I'd like to thank the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, especially the Northwest region. They were phenomenal in this. The Federal Bureau of Investigations, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, Guyman Fire Department, several Kansas agencies that assisted, local agencies here in Texas County that assisted, and I'm sure I've forgotten a few, but I'd like to just say thank you, even to the public. All right, there was a lot of questions from the public as was there any danger to the public, and I think from the get-go, once we arrived on scene, that and we gained a little bit of information that we felt this wasn't a random deal. All right.
Yep.
We felt that with some of the information coming in that it was more targeted, and we started to look in those areas that we were pointed to. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we knew that right out the get-go.
I'm George Harrison Leach III. I'm the District Attorney for District 1. I wanted to start to let you know that on Friday the informations were filed, and they were filed under seal. The reason they were filed under seal was to protect our law enforcement officers and to try to keep the children out of harm's way. We were successful. No shots were fired, and the children were kept out of harm's way. Our district judge issued an order this morning, and those files are now unsealed. So you can get the information at the courthouse, you can get the affidavits at the courthouse, which will give you the facts that we were working off of.
I need to have that. Anybody get a copy of that?
Additionally, I would like to begin by, this has been an amazing enterprise. I was reading on social media some of the stuff.
That's just them freezing, but I got it over here. Hold on.
I thought law enforcement was asleep, that they weren't doing anything. There were even additional law enforcement agencies, the Kansas Bureau of Investigation, Dalton County Sheriff's Office, Sherman County Sheriff's Office from the state of Texas. Everybody came together and everybody helped. We're probably talking somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 law enforcement officers. Truly, no exaggeration, working night and day for 15 days. I want to thank the public. We had people calling us from North Texas Panhandle, from the Oklahoma Panhandle, from Southwest Kansas, providing us information, responding because they cared.
What the hell's going on with this thing? Jeez.
Also want to thank corporate America. I don't know how many search warrants we issued. And I'm telling you, they responded in lightning speed. Anything we needed, any order we sent, we got everything that we needed. Lastly, I'd like to thank all the law enforcement agencies that came together and worked together as a team, and all their personnel. They did a fantastic job. Thank you.
Any additional questions you guys have, go right on ahead.
Is there confirmation at this point that the bodies recovered are Jillian and Veronica?
Not at this time. We have we identified persons have been transported to the Oklahoma Medical Examiner's Office. Both of them were able to do a proper identification and also look into a cause and manner of death.
What led to the discovery of the bodies?
Based on the evidence that our agents and local law enforcement were able to obtain, we used that to search a wide area throughout Texas County, and we were able to use those resources in order to find where these two bodies were.
Do you know the timeline for when the bodies should be identified and when we should know what the cause of death was?
It's a case-by-case basis, but as soon as we hear back from the Oklahoma Medical Examiner's Office, we will let the public know.
Can you describe the scene where these bodies were recovered and what state these remains are in?
No, I mean, I can say that it was a very rural area. I cannot state the condition of the bodies.
Is this private property?
I cannot confirm that at this time.
In Oklahoma, there's the death penalty. If convicted, could we possibly maybe see this in this case?
You would have to reach out to the district attorney's office. That'll be something that will be discussed further down the line.
DA Stewart alluded to a lot of people calling in with a lot of tips. Were there particular tips that broke this case?
We received several tips throughout this entire process. The public, I mean, I know that we had thanked that our local law enforcement agencies, what they were able to help us and throughout this search, but the people here throughout this area have done a tremendous job of reaching out to us. The original press release that we had put out on March 31st in regards to searching for these two women, we constantly received several tips and had used those throughout the entire 14-day process in order to find these two bodies, and then also discover and find those who were responsible for this crime.
So the reason foul play was suspected was because of evidence found in the car. Can you go into more detail now of what that evidence was?
We cannot still at this time. It is still an ongoing investigation, and that is for our investigative purposes. Again, we can say that the evidence that was discovered inside of that abandoned vehicle and around it, we're able to help our investigators determine that there was foul play involved, and then led to the progression of this investigation. What was in the vehicle around it, we cannot discuss.
It was quite a convoy in executing these 4 search warrants. Was there concern of resistance to arrest? How much concern was there over a possible gunfight?
When you are regarding arrests and multiple arrests in the magnitude that we have all discussed, there is always, there is always a cause of trying to protect the public as best you possibly can. We can say that all 4 of those arrests were made without incident, and so that, of course, went extremely well, and we are extremely grateful. Another agency that wasn't able to make it, that was a big part of that and helped us tremendously, was the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. So we want to thank them tremendously on that. But, I mean, again, there was concern, but we are extremely thankful that no one was hurt, no one was injured during this process.
Did any of the 4 suspects charged in the case tell law enforcement where to find them?
Say that one more time.
Did any of the 4 suspects charged in the case tell law enforcement where to find them?
No, we cannot discuss that at this time.
How early did you guys have suspects?
We can't discuss that at this time.
Are you able to go into further detail how you believe that this was targeted and not a random act?
Based on the evidence and the information that we were able to obtain throughout the entire investigation, what was found inside of the vehicle, witnesses, family, friends of the victims that we were able to talk to throughout this entire process, we were able to gain the information to determine that that these 4 people were responsible for both of these women going missing.
Also, are you able to confirm if this was over a custody battle?
We cannot confirm that at this time.
What's the relationship, if any, between the suspects and Veronica and Jillian?
Again, because it is still an ongoing investigation, we cannot discuss that.
We know that 1 arrest was in Texas County, the 3 others in Cimarron. Can you describe the arrest process? You said there was no resistance, but...
That's all we can really say at this time. And we can say that the 4 people that we were looking for were found, arrested, and placed into custody within the same day, and there was no resistance.
And obviously you can't talk about the evidence in this case, but is there significant physical evidence in this investigation?
Yes.
Can you elaborate?
No.
Are you able to go into the condition of the bodies that were found?
No.
Is there a reason you guys were so tight-lipped right off the start? You said there wasn't a threat to the public when you guys were investigating, but still not a lot of information was released. Is there a reason for that?
There was not immediate threat to the public. Again, as the sheriff alluded, this was a targeted case. And when you ask about us not releasing a lot of information in that 2-week process, this is the way that our investigators work. This is what you have to do in order to get the job done, everybody involved, in order to catch those responsible and do everything in our power to find both of these people who went missing from the very beginning. So again, as we tried to do, as the investigation progresses, we can release as much details as we possibly can. But again, the way that this process works is you can't give away as much as maybe you guys are asking for, because That's how we're able to catch these 4 suspects.
Did law enforcement speak with Tiffany Adams on March 30th?
I cannot confirm that.
Is the property where the bodies were found connected to the suspects at all?
I cannot confirm that.
Was Kelley a court-appointed supervisor for Butler's visit with the children?
I can't go into that.
So I know the bodies haven't been identified, but you know, everyone expressed their condolences. Do you think there's any chance that Veronica and Jillian are still alive?
But thank you for all the meals you've sent in.
We will look into that further. When that is made available, we will let everybody know.
As the investigation progresses, do you expect the possibility for more suspects to be arrested?
Not at this time.
Talkative, or have they provided have the suspects been cooperative?
We cannot release that at this time.
Talkative, or have they provided any type of confessions?
We cannot release that at this time.
During this process at all?
Yes. Families, friends, people that have known both of these women who went missing have been a tremendous help. Everybody that we have talked to has helped us tremendously in doing everything they can to give us the necessary information in order for us to try to track them down and find out what happened.
Where are the children?
We can't
Yeah.
them down and find out what happened.
Where are the children?
We can't go into that right now.
Are they,
They're safe. Yes.
Are they-
Children are. We're not going to go into that right now. We can't go into that.
Now that the FBI.
So what next? Is there going to be further investigation?
Yes, the investigation continues. The next steps are when the identification of the 2 victims is made, we will let everyone know, and when the cause and manner of
Does anybody doubt
death
that it's them?
is
Anybody?
made by the medical examiner's office.
Well,
we
they
will
killed
let everyone
2
know.
other people
Right.
and hid them there. So that they...
We cannot confirm that. Right now, there are no suspects at large.
What's your name,
Public
sir? I can't confirm.
Is not in danger. That's what's important to us. We are extremely grateful that we were able to locate and arrest the 4 people that we believe are responsible for this crime. As soon as the identification, the 4 people that we believe are responsible for this crime, as soon as the identification is made with the bodies, we will let everyone know. But again, it took everybody in this case to get this done. We know that there were people throughout the 2-week process who were frustrated, who wanted answers as soon as possible. Bureau of Investigation, too, but just know that everybody worked nonstop to come together and make these arrests.
Can you talk at all about the relationship between...
No, we can't go into that right now.
Was there ever any concern for the children at any point in this investigation? Like for their safety?
There's always concern whenever there's children involved, but we can say that the children are safe.
With this being such a rural area, did this make this case unique in any ways?
It made it challenging.
This guy should be the White House.
Again, you're talking about
press
northern Texas
secretary.
County, near that Kansas line.
Don't
very,
say anything.
You're talking about northern Texas County, near that Kansas line. It's very rural. Those of you in the media that have been up there covering this, there's not a lot of homes, not a lot of buildings or businesses. Sometimes you could use cameras to help you in this case. We did not have that. So that's what made it extremely challenging.
Is there any video evidence?
Not at this time.
See? There's no video evidence. Isn't that amazing? That's why I'm saying the grandmother, if she just...
The OSBI covers all kinds of cases. Each case is different in their own way. They're all just as important to us. But, you know, this case was tragic. You have 2 people who are dead, and every agency involved in this in order to get this done. An absolutely brutal crime. And so, yes, again, that's why it took... Is everybody good?
No. We're...
Still being held here?
Yes. Is everybody good? Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Thank you.
Jeez. Wow. Glad I got up at crack of dawn. That's That was awesome. Yeah. Wait. Wait, hold on. Man. Does anybody know the case number here? Anybody? Here, let me work on something for a minute. Hey, to any and leave ballpark fun. Not all of us who question the legal aspect are. Also be nice to truckers. We have to move your widgets. Well, thanks, Daniel. Daniel. Let's see. What were the name of the documents, you guys, that he mentioned in the press conference? Anybody know that? So I was communicating with their clerk already, and I was trying to get it, but they said, "Well, what's the name of the document specifically?" And the name, yes, come on. I mean, geez. Anybody? What did he mention in that press conference? I remember him saying you can get the something document. I know, we know that, Lynn, but I want to know the name of the document. Okay. Arrest warrant or probable cause or I like that last one. Okay, I'm just using it for Tiffany Adams. I'm sure that should be good. We'll see. I said arrest warrants or probable cause or court affidavits. I don't know. I know they were. I know that this account. That's why I contacted the courts. Thank you for repeating exactly what we already knew. Hey everybody, he said the files are unsealed, but you can get those at affidavits now. Yeah, I know. I looked them up while that press conference was going on, got a hold of the correct court clerk, and sent her an email, and then she sent back, and then she gave me a link to look up the case number, and so I looked that up. because that's 758. I'm just going to see what the other people. So let's type in. Oh hell, we'll just do it right here. Toombley and Cole. You know, I guess I didn't really even look to see if this guy's been in here a lot. Look at this guy. Man, maybe I need to go redo hers. I just figured it was the recent one. Hold on. Ah, crap. I don't even think I have the right one. What's going on over here? This is just something in... Oh man, this is brutal. Man, look at, she's just all over the place in here. That's this year. Tiffany Adams versus, I mean, whatever that is. I don't see any, I don't see the new ones in here. Now these are all kinds of counties. It doesn't, I mean, this is all the different counties in it. I don't even know. Maybe there's more than one. I mean, she sent this to me. And it was the right one. Let's just do that one then. Instead of the whole state. Nothing. Yeah, see, that's what that's who I emailed, the Texas OklahomaCounties.org. I sent it to them. When you said it's the first one, what are you talking about? It's not. See? What do you mean it's the first one listed? There's Texas County right there, and there's no records found for her. So what are you talking about? That sound, that Southern mess? That doesn't make any sense, what you just typed in. What do you mean there was a second county? What does that mean? Yeah, right. The other one, that wasn't where the... I got a hold of the correct clerk. They said, yes, they're the ones doing it. Then I sent the email, and she's like, well, I need the case number, and I need... No, you guys know exactly what it is. You don't need to, you know. And there isn't a case number. Here, hold on a second. You'll just have to listen to some music or something. Yeah, well, that time I just doesn't show up on, like, she walked me through and it doesn't work on my computer for some reason. So the number is for all, it's like 70, 71, 72, 73. So I'm going to go back. So even when she walked me through it, it didn't come up with anything. She's like, wow, that's weird. So I don't know what the deal is. I'm just going to resend a new one. Anyways, you guys can, I'm just trying to get this filled out here. Don't worry, you can go do something else if you want. I'm just doing this. Alright, so this is for Cole Twombly. This one's for Cora Twombly. This one is for Tiffany Adams. Wait, no, that one. That's actually, that was for Tad Colin, Tiffany Adams, and Cora Twombly. Ah, it's too bad. I didn't have the right one at the beginning because she responded right away to the first one. Yeah, she did say that's weird, yeah. She's like, oh, that's weird. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't see, the stuff didn't show up on my screen. And apparently some of you guys, it showed up on the screen, but not under mine. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what, all I know is I have all the case numbers now. She gave them to me, and then I just sent another email asking for those same documents. But anyways, I think that's going to do it, you guys. If I get the documents, maybe I'll come on later. I was hoping to get those documents while we were, hold on, did somebody already get these? No, they didn't. The charges with murder in the first degree, kidnapping, conspiracy to commit murder. Anyways, thanks everybody for showing up. And sorry for it being kind of disjointed. I mean, the press conference sucked. Just really nothing said whatsoever. It's weird though. Why not say all the stuff that you can get in the probable cause document in the press conference, so at least you sound like you're willing to discuss things? I mean, that would have worked great, wouldn't it? So thank you to new member Donna White, Spunky Steph, 46 months, Mile 457 Rose, and Annie T gifted 5 memberships, Eugenie, Georgina Stoliker, Phony Pin, Carla M, Cindy Leon, Danielle Gaskell, and this account. All right. Well, thank you. Wow, Danielle actually showed up. That's a miracle. All right, everybody, thank you very much for watching. And until next time, be safe out there.
Yeah, I've been doing this true crime thing for quite a while now. And during this whole time, I have not seen one person that is a crime dissector, plug rejector. I'm a certified human lie detector. Gonna get ya on a stretcher if you try and play me like an old projector. Crime sector is my nectar. Professor Gregel's gonna give another lecture. Crime collector, freak connector, and I'm always gonna be a pup protector. Fool deflector, interceptor, and I'm meaner than a spectre with a vector on his pector. With all respect, y'all, just remember I've a temper fucking check ya. I have no agenda, I'm no pretender, and I'll serve it to you straight without the blender. And in the end, I'm gonna send ya on a mission to reveal the true offender. Yeah, so I'll just get right back to work. All right, everybody? Talk to you later.
It's the house!